Hello, welcome back. Why is this shaky? It's always something. I don't also know if it's gravity because we're in standing mode because that's how serious we are, basically. So like last week I said I had coursework and whatnot, and now I'm a free woman for a couple of days. So I wanted to implement a sort of system similar to how I had in the summer whilst I was doing these videos and as I was creating my webcomic pages and stuff. So I essentially want to work between the hours of 11 and 7. I want to have like an 8-hour working session, and then I do stuff in the morning and I do stuff afterwards, and then I go to sleep, and then I get up and I do stuff, and then I work, and then I do stuff, and then I go to sleep. That's the plan. I implemented it yesterday and it went pretty well. I was just making sort of like templates for the pages as we go. I don't know why this feels so like foreign to me now, like talking like this. I don't know if it's because my brain is going back to like when I started the series in like not in summer, but like when I continued it in summer. Because when I continued it in summer, I was like trying to navigate how I wanted stuff to work. And then when like uni started, I was like, okay, now I have to switch gears. And now I'm like, for like the next couple of days, I'm gonna record in quick succession like for the next couple of days, but they're gonna come out every week still. So we'll probably be on a bit of a like delay, real-time delay. Anyways, so I want to short a video this time around because I think last time like my video was just under 40 minutes because it was a long one. I was just yapping for so long. Also, so I woke up like on time. I have like a bit of a leeway with the way that I've structured it now, so that like I can sleep for the extra 2 hours if I want. But anyways, this is just a trial run to see if this is what I like, because then I can implement it again over the summer or like throughout like my holiday period, so that I can min-max making webcomic pages, because I'm still in chapter 3. I can't believe I thought like by November I'd have like 1, 2 and 3 done, particularly because I haven't even got 1 and 2 done. If you're new here, I started on chapter 3 because I was like, you know what, let me get my mistakes out. But it's all written as a novel anyway, so it is kind of long. But also I'm proud of like the templates I made. I'll show you them in a bit. They're like, I added some perspective shots and some like scenery shots just to get a bit more of a feel. Even though we're gonna have like later when she's describing the room or like the pet shop that she's in, there will be like the narrative description, and then there'll be like the splash art and bits and pieces and stuff. But yeah, if you hear mild squeaking, it's like the mats under me, because I've got like the foam mats under my feet right now so that I don't hurt my feet from standing for too long. Anyways, yeah, I also backed up, I put these in like the YouTube format and the webtoon format, and I backed up my files. That's kind of all I did yesterday, which that's fine. I don't really want to do page 37 today, because either way, I think if I complete page 34 today, which is a template I made like last week. I mean, yeah, last week. So if I complete page 34 today, then 35, then 36 on Thursday. On Friday, anyways, I'm not recording, so I won't be doing page 37. I might just do the template for page 37 on Friday. Anyways, yeah. But now I'll quickly just show you like the stuff that I did yesterday, and then dip and probably eat as like a brunch type of thing. So it's like a lunch and a brunch together. So I'll probably take like a bigger chunk of a break, then come back and probably like show you in like succession. Like I'll probably come back at the line art, come back at the word balloons or word bubble. I don't know what we call, I feel like in England we call them speech bubbles, and then Americans call them word balloons, and so I keep getting confused and making like mixtures of the two. But I also don't know if that's true and if I've switched them over. Anyways, so I'll probably come back at every succession. For the coloring, like usually there's like 2 stages if you've been here for a while, where like I will color it in and then I'll do like the finishing details on top of the line art and everything. So yeah, I kind of class them as 2 different things. I might come back at the sort of embellishment stage, which is like the final stage, and then show that to you. Formatting I just do in my own time. That's not that big of a deal. Anyways, I think I can do all of this within like not template 37 if I put that on hold. But in case I do want to do it, then sure, fine. Priority goes down this way and then to that one. I forgot what I was saying and I can't remember what I'm so distracted. So first thing I'm going to show you is, so this is like sort of the YouTube-y format. This isn't like fully it. This is just like for me to visualize it and stuff. So like here we've got it running. And then the way that the YouTube format works is that the first key burns, I don't know why I always call them keyframes. The first key burns is like the same as the sort of the last one. if that makes sense. That's how those roll. So this is the beginning of page 33 that I did last week and stuff, and what I formatted yesterday. So I can kind of I'll start it from here. So kind of like, also like, you might notice the background changes, and that's kind of because we're setting it in the pet shop. Anyways, kind of like, if you look at here, and I feel like if you look at my, like, the new templates that I did, maybe because I gave myself just those 3 templates to do for the whole day, I added, like, I feel like they've leveled up in comparison to these. Like, these are very, like, I don't know, like, they're very, like, character facing forward, or facing, like, in stage direction, like, straight in front of you, like a live show type of vibe. Like, it doesn't seem very dynamic. It's not quite as dynamic as, like, I would want it to be, or as, like, I think the other pages are, the newer ones. So yeah, and then that's where it blends into each other. I call them the seams. I don't know what the technical term is, but that's it. If we look at the template, that's a bit spoilers. Okay, so this is today's template. So this one's relatively simple because I was doing it whilst I had coursework due, and I was just like, Anyways, she's just being a bit snooty. She's just like, oh yeah, by the way, it was thanks to me or whatever, that Rookie could stay. And then Jazz is like, yeah, sure. And then she smirks, and then yeah, there's this. I haven't, like, I think I wanted to add perspective, but I just didn't in the end. So I will probably just have to do it. Like, basically, I got lazy with the template is what I'm trying to say. But it's fine because I could just implement that. I decided, because like last time I was having this like dilemma where I was like, do I want to like make her mum, like, do I want to show her mum A, and if I do I want to show her as a chibi or something? But then also, like, this isn't like a scene where we meet her, and do we kind of meet her before? Again, I haven't done chapter 1 or chapter 2, so yeah, I was just like, do I want to show the mum or not? And I decided I do, and I probably do want to colour it in. I was thinking, what if I just do it in grayscale, and then just like with her hair, because Laura's mum and Laura, yeah, they both share like similar hair types, similar hair colours, similar hairstyles even. So I decided, like, hey, do I want to grey it out? But if I grey it fully out, then it looks too much like Laura. If I like leave the hair in, I don't fully like the vibe of that. I prefer the vibe of this. But anyways, this is a bit of a reference, obviously, to like, oh, who's that Pokemon? But I wanted to do like, who's that parent? But like, if it's not like fully unseeable, then it's kind of just like thinking, unless I blur it or something, and then it's like, who's that parent? Or if I just use this in itself, that would be kind of funny. Anyways, so then these two are like sort of scenery shots, so I think I got rid of it. But let me show you the splash shot if I have enough layers too. Oh, I guess I did the one with the lights are off, but the lights are on in the scene because it is relatively dark, starting to get lighter, like the sun's about to rise and whatnot. Like, still the lights are on and stuff. So this scene here is basically the desk, and then you can see the door and the sort of like paw prints that are coming this way, and then that would be the window behind to the daycare area. The fire exit would be over there, but we can't see it because of this speech bubble. There's another speech bubble where Jazz is talking, and it's more about this upshot of like their sort of light system, because I just kind of wanted to add, I guess I didn't fully realize like with how many pages it would take and how many dialogues when the actual like scene setting stuff, like description-y bits would come in. So this way it's like good to like, you know, add some variety. We're seeing where the location is rather than just them two yapping at each other. Even though like when we first come in, there is like a scene where like Jazz is facing this way and Laura's facing this way, and you can see sort of like the whole thing from like this angle, if that makes sense, like the whole area from that angle. And then so again, I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with page 35, which is tomorrow's day, so long as I don't burn myself out, I guess. But yeah, that would be fun. This would be fun. And then we've got these three like sort of like close-ups of their eyes, very like manga-esque, and I think you can tell that I'm watching more anime right now because of like their expressions and stuff. Yeah, so then we basically have Jazz, who's like really happy, sort of like having a good time, and then we have Rookie the rabbit himself, who's actually a pixie, but I feel like we haven't seen his pixie form in like a couple of pages. So if you've joined for a couple of last videos, you probably haven't seen him in his pixie form. But he has a pixie form. So we have Rookie, who's staring up at Laura's staring down at him, and then there's Jazz, who's petting Rookie. And then so it, like, I kind of just like the way that it kind of just becomes a bit more chaotic here, and then we just end with like Jazz being like, oh my god, his blah, 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 blah. I can't even speak right now. I think I am tired, but it's going good though. We've got Jazz like hee ha-haing in the end. I feel like my voice is like draining, like either like it might be like a sickness thing, maybe because this kind of feels like I'm restarting this series, even though it's not a restart or whatever, but like it's just like mentally just like, oh okay, fixate on this, like, oh, I've never done this before, I've never talked to a camera before, I've never done this, even though like it's not. But the other thing is like, also it could also just be that I'm standing. Maybe I just don't want to stand. I don't know. But also, maybe I'm mildly sick, but my immunity's gone better. I don't know anything. But I know I'm going to have fun tomorrow. That's tomorrow's thing. And then there's this chaotic scene, which is like, no. Because like, Jazz asks like, oh, did you give him a bath or something? Because his fur's very like soft and glossy and shiny and glossy and stuff. And so this is like her presenting face. She's just like, no. But then on the internal side, she's like panicking, and then she was like, I felt myself on the verge of a genuine panic. And then we just have sort of this like block of text sort of split up, and sort of like she's going through it whilst this is happening. And I'd imagine like this would be like pretty fun in the YouTube format where it's like this. It could also be fun in the scrolly format. Again, it's like a bit hard catering to both and trying to see what both needs. You know what? I think it is the fact that I'm standing, because usually I don't do these standing. But my cat stole my like chair, so what am I supposed to do? I can't really knock him off the chair now, can I? But I used to like stand and do these like at the beginning of summer, I think. Maybe I should just put the table down and just like sit on the floor. Let me try that. I mean, I can't really sit on the floor without there being something to sit on, you know what I mean? But I can't get rid of my cat. Oh well, I think, to be honest, I feel like this might be better. This might just be a bit more like easier, maybe. I don't know. I can't really see the camera anymore, so rip that. But it's strange though, psychology wise, because I did used to stand and do my videos at the beginning of summer, so I think that's why my brain is going back to summertime, and that's why my voice feels a bit different. It feels like I'm talking like how I did at the beginning of the summer, which I'm like, that sounds so weird. Anyways, basically, so she's going through it, she's panicking over there internally, and then she's just like, and then she's like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? And then she's just like, oh, like she kind of like tries to reassure herself. I think that's the word that I'm trying to look for. Like, she's trying to reassure herself, and she's just a bit stiffing. Like, she's like, no, it'll be okay. And then she's like, I don't think it would matter if I screwed up. And then that's her expression, and she's just like, and then you can see like nothing really happened, but like her expression outwardsly facing Jazz and Rookie is still the same. And then she just goes like, maybe he just cleaned himself. And then she's like a cat. And then Laura's like here, like probably ready to cry or something, like her eyes are dying or whatever. And then Jazz goes, that's possible. Like, it kind of like shows like Laura's in defeat. She knows like she screwed up or something. Like, she's gonna find out that Rookie's a pixie and not actually a rabbit. And then Jazz goes, that's possible. And then she goes, I'm surprised you'd know that. And then like this like very like expressive, like sort of like hair is dying, very like, wow, oh my god, like yay, I didn't screw up, or like yay, she bought it, or so yeah. So this page I feel like would be very fun. That page would be very fun as well. Yesterday again, I only did this page and that page. This page I was trying to finish off last week's video. So it's a lot more spacey, but I think it kind of leans itself to the chaos that is gonna happen inside her head, and which will continue to happen and stuff. And then with the next page, it's probably gonna be Laura with a bit of a, not newfound confidence, but like she's just a bit more like, I got away with it. So then she's just like gloating again and everything. So I am happy with how those two pages turned out. I'm gonna go eat now, and hopefully by then I can reclaim my chair again so that I could work on this and then show it to you. The line art I would assume is going to be pretty easy, because I think I'm going to just steal a lot of this for line art and just refine it a bit more. Like, I really like this, and I know it's going to be hard to like replicate it line by line, so I'm just gonna steal that. Same with this. I like the sort of like, basically I like all of them except for like, I'll just fix the scenery, and yeah, I'll see you in 2 seconds basically. Boo, we're back, and my cat still hasn't given up my seat, so I can't really do much. I'm standing, but the desk is at sitting position. I don't know if this is better, but I was right. I'm sick. I don't know why I'm happy about that. I should be sad, but like, to be honest, it's not that bad. But my stomach broke. But you know what was worse? I forgot that, like, I didn't realize I was sick, or I didn't realize my stomach was broken, and I drank milk, so it broke again. Anyways. That's all to say that I finished the text and the word balloons, and the liner I'm pretty much keeping. I just have to finish this off, so I'm going to finish those things off, and then I'm most likely not going to check back in with you. I'm going to do the coloring in, and then I'll check back with you, because honestly I do feel better now, but before I felt so like broken. I was just like, oh, let me just do the thing. Why do I have to record? Anyways, so I am going to record later. Yeah, for now I just need to get this out of the way and get it done and stuff. Good so far. I like the text, the way things. I keep forgetting that this one's the very like, what do you call it? Very 2016 coded, which is the year that it's from. It's very 2016 banter. Like, I feel like, yeah. I just keep forgetting that that's what Jazz says in that scene. But anyways, yeah, I have to do the background thing. What I might do is, because this is at the same angle as the splash art, I might just import the splash art and then just sort of do line art according to the splash art, semi-tracing it, and then take away the splash art and then use the colours from the splash art in it, so that it gives it that vibe. Does that make sense? Maybe? I think I showed you the splash art before. Did I not? Can't remember. So that's kind of it for now. I also have to figure out her hand and pose and like rookie and everything. But yeah, I will see you in a bit after I'm done with most of it and stuff. Or maybe I realized I yapped so much at the beginning. I didn't realize I yapped that much. So what I might do is I might just stop it here and then come back with a review of how it looks. You know? Maybe. We'll see how it goes. I always say one thing and then I end up doing something else. So it's fine. See ya. Anyways, in like 2 seconds. Bye. Okay, it's a little dark outside. I was debating whether or not to have like flashy like the outside world light or like the inside my room light, but then the inside my room light would be very bright and glare and stuff. So basically I just wanted to jump in and kind of explain this part, even though I said I was going to come back when I finished the artwork, but I didn't. Anyways, so if I unmask that, can you not see things? Question mark. I hope you can see. Oh, I was about to make a big mistake. Anyways, so this is partially part of the splash art. Again, that Majestic Guardian, it's written as a descriptive-y thing. It's written as a novel. So there's a lot of description-y things. So this splash art is what I'm saving for those description-y scenes. I feel like it's too dark now. Down this lamp. See, like, look, that's just too bright. Is that better? Is this better? I feel like this has made everything so ghosty. Anyways, hopefully... Oh yeah, I'm still standing, by the way, because my cat, like, took my chair. So I've been actually, like, working away from my desk because my cat is still on my chair. I don't want to work standing. Anyways, so I want to save this for the description-y bits and bobs, which I'll show you an example of where I used it in sort of that way, how everything's being described. So part of me doesn't want to use this. Part of me does, like, I did trace a bit of it. If we clip this back down and if we put the opacity lower. So I did trace some of the lines and just sort of like general layout. But at the same time, I'm like, that would take so much time to just like color it all in again. So what I might do is I might just like use this, but shift about the colors and stuff, like using the smudge brushes and stuff, and just sort of paint over it so that it looks different. So it doesn't look like the splash art, but when the splash art comes to like be, if that makes sense, until like when we use the splash art, if that makes sense. So it doesn't look exactly like the splash art, that it just looks like, oh, you're keep on reusing the same art and it's just rinse and repeat and we're not getting other angles and stuff. So I'm just gonna dim this down so that it's not as like intense as it is, because it is the splash art anyway. I do it so that it's like illustrative. Like I spent quite a couple of hours doing splash art, which I don't remember how long it took to do this. I can check though. So here's the file with the splash art on it. This is the entirety of it. So according to the canvas info, yeah, see, like I spent 24, basically I spent a day on this. So the splash arts are like a lot more detailed. They're a lot more like intricate, maybe. Let me see if I can pull up the video. Okay, no, I realized something. No, I did not spend 24 hours on this. I was thinking that's like quite a lot. Like as in like I have spent 24 hours on art before, but I actually duplicated this canvas. So there's another splash art that I did that I'm not going to show you because it's spoilers. But I did that one first, and I can tell you what it is if I don't show you, right? So it's Oliver's Room. But Oliver's Room comes in chapter 2, which is something that I haven't made webcomic format for yet. But anyways, I duplicated that canvas because it was the right size and stuff. And then I worked on this. So I'd say, okay, maybe like 12 hours or so. Still, like decent amount of time for like one piece of art that we're really only meant to use once or so. And if you can see, it's like quite a big canvas. I mean, just zoomed into the same spot again. But like, you know, it's a while until it starts to pixelate and stuff. Oh wait, let me show you how it's embedded. For instance here, okay, even though there isn't anything, I think this said page 21. Here's some splash art. It's not the full page, but that was in one page, and then the next page straight after is this one, which you can see like it's still loading, but you can see like that's the entirety of the splash art, and then we zoom in at the different like little description-y parts, as you can see, because they're all in like the rectangle-y bits, meaning they're all the narrative description-y bits, and there's no dialogue here. Yeah, that's kind of it. So that's how I implemented. That's why I want to save it. So I'm just gonna paint on top of it is what I'm saying. I'm gonna render on top of it to kind of dumb it down a bit. Do you get what I'm saying? Anyways, it is for something, so I hope that I can be done. Wait, let me check the time out. It is 4:20, so I am hoping that I'll get this done in like the next 2 hours, hopefully. Coloring, I don't know if I can do that, you know? I'll be real with you. But hopefully I can get it done within the next 2 hours, and then I don't know about like formatting, whether I can actually get it done within this working day, but I might just go another hour over. That's alright with me. I kind of like at the beginning I spent a lot of time eating and a lot of time going to the bathroom, TMI, sorry. But so for me, like I guess going over today as well, it's not the biggest like, oh my god, how dare you, from self to self, how dare you go over time, you know? It's okay. So yeah, I will stop yapping, and then I will continue to draw and colour and finish it off, and then check back in, and then go away, and then probably do the formatting, and then clock out. Yeah. See ya. Boo, welcome back. It's the next day. Basically, did I complete the page? I don't know if I want to say this is complete. I haven't done, like, I don't know if I like the background enough. Or maybe I just have more of a problem with the line art. Or maybe I just need, like, poppy outy look. But then also, like, I don't know how I feel about it. It might just need more of this color in the background. Or just in general. Maybe. But then wouldn't that make it feel too much like blending in with background, foreground, whatever it is? Oh, that's her background. Okay, yeah, so what I basically yesterday I was meant to also format this page, like if I want to call this done, which I don't know if I want to fixate a bit more on this. Oh wait, it's not done because I need to do the sort of like embellishments and stuff, which I haven't done, so that's probably why I also feel like it's not done. So anyways, I have those things to do. I'm gonna end this studio vlog thing here because it's already long and I don't want to edit that much. I also started late today, if you wanted to know. It's 11:15, but I blame that on breakfast shenanigans be breakfast shenaniganing. I don't want to talk about it. The wound's so fresh. Anyways, basically, safe to say I haven't ate anything yet, so I'm just gonna wait until I feel hungry for like lunch and then do the same thing again. But anyways, yeah, that's kind of it. I do like this pose of Rookie. I don't know if it's just like there's aspects of the background that are just making me not like the foreground, whereas I would have liked the foreground regardless had I not done the background. Does that make sense? I think that does. But yeah, so that's probably something that I'm gonna tackle like in the next vlog, which is the one that I'm recording today. And also, yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do today, and also the formatting, and then also maybe start the next page, who knows. But yeah, I think also the fact that I was sick yesterday took me out a bit as well, so I'm just gonna tell myself that maybe I should stop setting like unrealistic goals for myself. That's true. Oh, also, I'm back on the chair. Yay, the cat gave it up. Finally, at the end, I won. But yeah, that's it for now. See ya. Bye. Bye.